What's up, everyone? We're back again, Mythic Talks, and today we are going to be interviewing our team captain, Mailmain. And to kick it off, we got some questions, just a few here, just to kind of like jump into Dreamhack. But I'm gonna let Kelly take it away here to start off.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, E4. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule there, Mail. I know you guys got a
No
scrim
problem.
here shortly. We
Yep.
really appreciate everything you're doing here for Mythic Gaming and getting the team ready for DreamHack. As we know, it's only 5 days away, right? And you'll be in Texas for Dallas
Getting there.
DreamHack. So we're super, super excited, obviously. So we're just going to kind of do a quick overview, a few questions, that kind of stuff, how you're feeling about the team going into DreamHack, what your thoughts are about placements, that kind of stuff, and just the chaos of what competing at LAN is all about. Obviously, people don't really know too much about how competing in the open bracket goes, and I think you're going to have a great opportunity to kind of explain that and kind of go through that. But let's start things off first. Like, how do you feel that the roster is performing in scrims lately?
Oh, we've been doing good. Well, for the scrims we get in, it's been hard to schedule stuff with some teams, which is how open bracket goes usually. I think
Yeah.
like the AM teams, a little bit of ego here and there, but for the most part, we've been getting some good scrims with some good teams. Winning most of our scrims pretty well. So, I mean, yeah, for the most part, so it's just been going good. We've been on Xbox too. 3 of us are on Xbox, so that's another thing that's good for us going into LAN here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
How's that been feeling? How's the Xbox feeling for you guys?
Well, for me especially, since I'm M&K, I worked out a lot of stuff with input lag. I had this performance mode on my keyboard and my mouse that just was creating some crazy input lag for me, and yeah, I got that figured out. Good thing before going. And well, Crexy's PC is pretty dog shit, so it's almost an upgrade for him going to Series S.
You mentioning that, you probably, when you go in the open bracket, want to make sure whatever setting is applied to those Xboxes, because I can guarantee you some of them will feel like ass.
Oh
They
yeah,
will. Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Check your monitor settings too.
Yeah, monitor settings, all that will be checked out for sure. I know Crexy and Huff, it's their first Infinite LAN.
Heck
Huff's a split gate champion, so he's
yeah.
used to the high pressure situations. Crexy's been around in H5 before, so
and Titan's been
he's
there a
used to
few
that
bit.
pressure too.
Titan's been there a
Yeah,
bit as well.
Titan's been
So
to a few events too. Yeah,
yeah,
super talented. Yeah.
no, that's awesome. I know
We got
it's
the experience.
one of those things too when it comes to kind of competing on LAN. It's a totally different ball game from being online, right? You don't have your internet issues, you don't have any of the server issues really. LAN has its own challenges, obviously, right? The Xboxes, I'm sure they're the same ones they've been using since year one, right? So you might get an Xbox that
bad box.
exactly bad box, right? Again, is that in your head? Are you overthinking it? Very well, could be, but it's really, really tough to say. So going into DreamHack, every team has their strengths. Every team has their weaknesses. What would you say your our team's biggest strength is?
Our biggest strength is definitely once we get the setup, we're pretty good at holding it.
Okay.
We hold that shit down pretty good. Our weakness is probably giving free deaths every now and then, like cross map or being out in the open by ourselves.
Just going rogue maybe a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, but we've been improving on that a lot in the last couple scrims. So, and we've also talked about breaking setups and stuff. So that's another one of our weak points, but we've been getting real good at that. So
yeah,
the scrim scores have been looking excellent though. So
yeah,
very, very good stuff.
Yeah, hopefully we can
more than 50% of the maps, like what 60 to 70% of the maps every scrim.
Something. Yeah, I think we've lost like 2 scrims out of the 12 that we've done or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, that's again from what I've seen before you switched over the box streaming and everything like that. Like they look good. The vibes are always typically pretty high.
There's never any yelling.
Yeah.
If it's yelling, it's yelling after a call out. We're never yelling at each other or we've never been at each other's throats either. We can talk about the game afterwards too, and everyone's chill. You got something to say, just say it and
implement it and move on and that kind of stuff, right? And that's one thing too that I can really appreciate, watching the scrims, being around for the scrims, and then jumping over into Discord there and seeing you guys after the scrim. You're looking at a certain play on the map that you're like, what happened here? You weren't 100% sure. You guys are talking about the scrim directly after. when everything is in fresh in your mind, instead of leaving it for a couple of days later, right? That way it promotes that kind of cohesiveness within the roster, and that's something that I can say that is definitely something that I really appreciate, just on from not only the owner's perspective, but just as like a player in general, that's the best time to do it. And obviously,
Oh, yeah,
I can really
for sure.
appreciate that. Obviously, we kind of just touched on kind of the vibes, that kind of stuff. Vibes are always high. Vibes will always be high. I know the added pressure of being on LAN. There could be some kind of little bit. Everybody's gonna get hype. Everybody's gonna get more loud, which is the whole point of being on LAN. Which I wish I could be there for it, obviously, but I can't be. So, kind of taking everything into consideration, what do you think is going to be the priority in your matches at DreamHack?
Well, we just gotta play our game. I know it's kind of cliche to say, but like if we start doing too much on the map, and start trying to do 40% instead of your 25. You know, I love it. Land can feel way faster than online,
Mm-hmm.
just because you like feel like you don't have much time to get it done, but there's still the same time limit. Like there's still the same points that you need to capture the same caps for the flags. So I think it's just realizing that we only need to do our 25%, taking it slow, making sure we small talk like we have been during the scrims, and another thing is like making sure all the settings are good too for like Xbox
Mm-hmm.
monitor and stuff for our team. So I would like they'll have like a ritual when I sit down too. So I'm gonna show the guys
Yeah.
just hard reset the Xbox and
Do
stuff.
you want to share that ritual? What do you have like do starting from the morning when you get up if you want to share that is like
Yeah,
I'm kind of curious because like last time when I was finding the free for all I did was like get up, drink a bottle of water, ate a banana, and then drink a Red Bull and then just vibed out the whole day, and that kind of helped ease the nerves, going
yeah.
in.
I think the dinner before the tournament day, so Thursday night, probably a carb load. I think would be a good thing.
Ooh, okay,
Yeah, kind of like you're running a marathon, because during
some
the event you
pasta.
don't really get to eat all that much. Yeah, maybe some pasta or some bread, something,
Yeah.
something to get them blood sugars going, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. I feel like you don't want to have something sit in your stomach that's too heavy during the day. So that's
No.
that's the first thing. Kind of like you're running a marathon, like I said. Like, and usually during the event you don't get to eat a whole lot. So
Yeah,
other
true.
thing would be morning. Just keep it the same as what you do at home. Like if you wake up and you just have a coffee, you eat like a bagel. Just do the same thing at an event. You don't need to do anything different.
Yeah.
Try and feel I always try and do this is I try and feel the same way I do at home as I do it at the event. So if I'm not changing anything, if I just drink a coffee in the morning, that's all I'm doing at the event too. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Well, that's a great way to look at it, though. That way you're comfortable. It's kind of a similar environment somewhat, even though you're on land.
Yeah, no,
oh
Definitely.
for sure. Yeah,
it's something that kind of everybody has their ritual, obviously, before the tournaments and everything like that. When we are kind of looking at the open bracket, it's full. We didn't expect this when they first announced it. Like, everybody was like, what is this? We're not sending teams, because of the way the open bracket was set up, obviously. But they made the change, right? They brought it back to the way all the majors were. This one's just an open, but I'm happy that they brought it to being a full proper open bracket, full proper pool play, everything like that.
yeah.
With that in mind, Mail, who are the teams to watch out for besides us? And who do you think is going to be kind of the stiffest competition for you guys?
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to pull this up real quick. Give me a sec.
Oh, he's gonna get serious. He's getting serious with it.
Well, I know. Okay, ascending baseline, obviously. I mean, with the addition of
Yeah.
Suspector, they're gonna be
Ooh.
super solid.
Then you got to
I mean,
worry about that Luminon, that new roster they put out with Neuronical and who the heck is that other guy? I
yes,
can't even.
Diagram,
Yeah,
Envig
Diagram
now. Used to go by
Avenue.
Avenue. Yeah,
Yeah, and
and Jarizo, I
dang,
think. Is
yeah,
it
Yeah,
Jarizo?
Drizzo. That's
yeah,
his name.
just zero.
Drizzo. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jazero.
just zero. Yeah, that's
Joey Hoey.
right.
That's what
Yeah,
they were
that's his
calling
tag on Twitter. Yeah,
him.
yeah. So them, and then I mean, you got the top four teams that got the paid trips. So you got Ether, Mind Freak, BH3, Dark Inside. Like those are all super solid for sure.
Mhm.
Dark
But
Inside, they didn't make it into pools, even though they made pools. That's kind of
no,
crazy.
they were, yeah, they were just shy by a couple
Shy some
points, I think.
points. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But if they would have won the well, I mean, obviously if you win the qualifiers, you get in. But like, if they would have placed a little better, maybe they would have gotten in by
Yeah.
online points. I don't. I'd have to look up the points for that one, but
Yeah, which
yeah,
again,
they're in first place for the open
Yep.
bracket by far. It's like 4,000 points up on everyone else. So
Wow. Holy
yeah,
crap.
they'll probably keep that for a while.
yeah, kudos to them. Right? They played extremely well, obviously, in the first major. We couldn't be there, obviously. We have other kind of priorities and stuff. We're family people, right? Everybody on the team is
Yep.
a family man, that kind of stuff. So we can't make every single event, which again, that's totally okay with us. And it's just we're just super happy to have you represent us down in DreamHack, obviously. And I know you're gonna shoot your gun. I know you're gonna do really, really well. And I'm kind of excited. Anything closing thoughts for yourself, Mail, that you would like to kind of get out there about DreamHack, about Mythic Gaming, about yourself, anything like that, before we shut it down?
Oh, let me say this. Ever since joining Mythic Gaming, it's felt like kind of like a family org. Guys are super easy to talk to. Everyone in the org is easy to talk to, and it's been just a pleasure to be with you guys ever since joining. So, I mean, let's do the best we can at DreamHack.
Sir.
It's gonna be a hard bracket. There's only 48 teams, and I think pretty much all the best players are going, even some added new players. So
Yeah, for sure.
do the best we can. But really, like, thank you for everything you've done for us. Thanks for the support. Send us out. The jerseys look fire. I got them back there, ready to go. So
Hell yeah.
we're repping that on the event day.
Yeah, and I'll be seeing you guys Friday night. And then we'll get to chill and then talk about what happened in the open bracket, and then it's gonna be fun. Yeah, look out. We're gonna be doing a vlog, guys. Before we shut it down, we're gonna be doing a vlog, so that'll hopefully drop on May 30th. I want to try to get that edited, but yeah, just yeah, do your thing, man.
Yep, should be a good
Absolutely.
event.
Awesome. Thank you, Mail. You only have about 10 minutes before your scrim starts here, so we are going to let you
I gotta get
go.
warmed up.
Yeah. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. If you like this kind of content, please like the video. Hit the subscribe button down below. Obviously, your support greatly appreciates it. We put these out. We're going to try to get some more interviews with some other members of Mythic Gaming and stuff like this. Maybe some other pro players kind of in the future. But we had to start with the one, the only Mailmain. Make sure you follow him on all of his socials as well. We will have those linked down below in the description. And we are out. Peace.
Appreciate it, guys. Later.